Well, before I go any further, all I want to say is a happy new year to everybody, and I hope you do have a great new year coming. Now, for me, what I want to do on the channel is get all your racing quadcopters out there, whoops, you name it. I want to get RC cars, airplanes. I want to do a bit of everything. But if there's something that you want to see, just post in the comment below and I'll try my best to get that up. I usually, if I don't get something free from Banggood, I'll buy it myself. Like I picked this truck up, I got this myself. At the time it was £68, now it's went up in price, but I also get a discount on it. Now this is the brand new Wltoys 104311 110 scale 4-wheel drive crawler. Now it's ready to run out of the box. Maximum speed is about 15 kilometers an hour. That's just a little over 9 miles per hour for us here in the UK, and it is not waterproof, so do not submerge it underwater. Now what do you get with it? You get a screwdriver, well you all do. You don't get no spare body clips. I've already took these off the truck at the moment so we can access it a lot easier. You get a USB charging cable to charge up the battery, and the battery that you do get is a 2-cell 7.4 volt 1200 milliamp lithium-ion battery, and it has this strange connector at the end. I don't like these, I've seen them before. I'm not quite sure the name of them, but it's a 2-pin connector. Putting this on a 2-cell battery, I don't think you would get the full potential from the battery. So after I do the first run outside, like I said, this is just a quick look at the truck. I'm going to convert this over to Dean's connector because, as you well know, I have other trucks that do have the same battery, well, similar battery. They're 1500 milliamp batteries with a Dean connector on, and I'm going to try that after that. Charging time using the stock charger is way too long, and that's another reason why I want to change the plug over. It's like 2 hours or something. I don't want that. I want to be able to plug it into my hobby grade charger, and when I do that, I'll put a link in the description to a decent hobby grade charger that will get you started off, and you can charge your battery up a lot quicker. They say runtime is about 30 minutes. Not tested that, not took it out yet. We'll see how that goes. Now, you also get a manual, of course. Everybody needs a manual that tells you everything that you need to know about the truck. And, well, you get spare parts, and it tells you every spare part that you need to know and what you need to get, the part number, and that is absolutely great. Now let's get on to the transmitter. It's a 2.4 gigahertz transmitter. I like the difference in the color scheme here. Funny thing is, there's no trim, there's no nothing. That's because this is not proportional. When I looked at the web page, I looked over it quickly. It said proportional steering, but I didn't look at the part where it said no, and I kind of got a little bit disappointed after that when I received it. Oh well, it didn't take me very long to get it from Banggood. It took me about 2 weeks. I didn't pay any extra shipping whatsoever, and as you can see, the turning on it is basically, it just kind of clicks from side to side because it's non-proportional. And the acceleration and reverse, you can go a bit slow, but it's not as proportional as I would have liked it to be, but it is what it is. 4 AA batteries at the bottom. That's all I have to say about the transmitter, apart from the on and off switch here. It's the usual transmitter that you get with your Wltoys cars or trucks, apart from the non-proportional part. Right, let's take that aside and get on to the main Jeep truck, Land Rover itself. Yes, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? I know you're thinking Trax, I know you're thinking Defender. I've seen a lot of them out there, and it is very detailed indeed. You've got your roof rack here, you've got your LED lights, front LED lights right at the front, at the top, and another 2 here. Nicely, very well, nicely done indeed. That's all I've got to say about that. The only thing I don't like is the friction shocks at the back. If I were to watch this, I'll just put the battery at the back and you can see it going down already. Now there's a lot of clearance underneath, but the only one problem is there's no clearance once the shell starts to hit against the tire. That's why I think maybe oil socks, not so heavy oil socks, would do a bit better job. But saying that, we've not took it out for a test yet, and we don't know. We don't expect the shell to touch the tires anyway, and it's only if you're going to put something on top that you would want oil shocks on this. Now, with those LED lights and, well, of course, underneath, you'll need to unplug them from the main receiver board. And I've already done that for quickness, but I have to let you know this, when you are unplugging them from the main receiver board, be very careful indeed, because the socket's dead and were coming loose. If I were just to pull it with my fingers at the moment, come on, you know you want to come up. You can see that little gap. See it? That right socket. Now I'm going to push it back down. You heard that click, and that's it back down. You need to put a bit of hot glue on there so they don't come off. They've not been held down very well whatsoever. It's not taking the pins off, all it's doing is taking the sockets off. So that was fine by me. When I looked at that, I was saying, oh no, it's going to take the pins off, but it didn't. Then you have your main receiver antenna here. There's nothing much to this crawler whatsoever. The main holder for your main shell, it's quite loose and it's quite flimsy plastic here, but you're not going to be bashing this thing around. The main thing for this is for rock crawling, and the front bumper as well. The main tires themselves, they are really tough and rubbery. I'm going to guess you're going to get great grip out of this, really, really good grip indeed. Now, you don't get metal hexes at the back, they're only screwed on, and it's a long plastic kind of hex that's at the back there. And let's have a look underneath, and where your battery slots into position is right here. It does have a screw there and your on and off switch there. You have 2 motors on this. There is no drive shaft whatsoever, and the motors you get are right here, 1 and 2, or they're not numbered in any order. The motors are brushed 280 motors that are here, and to trim out the truck, because it's non-proportional, you use this little trim slider here. So if it's going one way, you turn it and push it the other way. Quite easy. The chassis underneath the plastic is really tough, so that will hold up quite well, including the top parts here. All the bits that you see that are plastic with the holes, the plastic is really tough there, so that is good. Apart from, like I said, the top parts are quite flimsy here, and the bumper's not so great, but we're not going bashing with this thing whatsoever. Now, at the front here, your steering, like I said, it's non-proportional. It will jump back into place, as you can see. I have seen other people that have converted certain trucks over, or crawlers over, to proportional. You would need to look that up on YouTube. I have not done that myself, and like I said, all the steering arms, everything is plastic. What else can I say about this crawler? I haven't taken it outside to test it yet, but I have give you a good look around it, and if you want to know anything else about it, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. I'm going to put the shell back on, plug the lights back in, and just show you what the lights look like and how proportional that steering is, and of course the acceleration and reverse. Only indoors. We'll go over a little kind of pill that I've got there, but the torque on it feels quite good. that I must admit. But yeah, like I said, we need to test this outside, and I do believe I would like better shock absorbers, but of course, maybe loose shock absorbers are better for crawlers. I am just getting into RC cars at the moment, so if you think I've said anything wrong or I've got anything wrong here, please leave a comment below, because it will help me understand a lot more about trucks and RC cars, and I can help you as well. Now I've plugged the light back in together. I'm just unscrewing the battery compartment so we can get the battery back in. I'm just using the screwdriver that came with the truck. Why not? Let's just plug it in. As you can see, that 2-pin connector right here. Make sure you plug this in the right way. Don't plug it in the wrong way, whatever you do, or else you'll fry your ESC, your main board, and just sit it in like so. And push it into position. And screw it back up. And that's us basically ready to go. Remember to turn your transmitter on first, then the main truck itself. So we'll turn the transmitter on and underneath, turn it on, and you'll see the light flashing away. All you need to do is turn the steering knob on the transmitter, and that's it. Now I think we need a little bit more space here. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a touch, a little touch, but if you do give it a little bit more touch, it's off. So, right, okay, let's have a little look. Let me move some stuff here in the living room and we'll see what it does, okay? Back in a minute. I'm running out of battery real quick here on my camera. Lights are on, let's go over this cushion. The steering works a lot better when you are using some acceleration. Let's go over this cushion, it will go over it, no problem whatsoever. Let me try and get it another way. It is actually quite fast. It's got a lot of torque. Now, can we get over this big lump? That is quite a big steep bit right there. Without falling over, yes, I did. Quite tight over there. Come on, we can make it before this battery cuts out. If the battery cuts out, all I've got to say, my friends, is I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and don't forget there's more to come. Whoa, get over there. There you go.